The decision by the Trump administration and just state legislatures all across the country have significantly impacted how I view my future in life. I always talk about how my family and we were discussing, after high school where I might go to college, and I'm from Auburn, Alabama, next to one of the best schools in that state, but I could not stay in the state of Alabama because myself, my parents, and my doctors were being criminalized. And so I decided to come to Maryland for college. And there's a level of safety here. This is a very accepting, pretty progressive state. But with the Trump administration taking efforts to nationally crack down against transgender people just living authentically as ourselves, having access to life-saving care, I feel unsafe anywhere in this country. And it's a really scary time to be right now. Whenever the legislature first introduced these kind of bills, whether it's bathroom bans in schools or healthcare bans, my family started having conversations right around then. These were first introduced around 2020 and 2021 in Alabama. And, my brother at the time was enlisted in the Alabama National Guard. My dad had a job in Auburn. So thinking about relocating, we would have had to split our family. And in a sense, we have. All my family still lives in Auburn, and I'm, 500 miles away here in Maryland. And so those conversations were tough, but ultimately it was necessary for me and my family to have. My best friends at senior prom. And then we've got this is my friends at the wharf this past Christmas. This is me and two of my friends at Pride Fest in Auburn. That was in June of 2 years. This state is one of the most accepting for LGBTQ people in the country. This school specifically, the University of Maryland College Park, I believe about 5 years ago, was named the #1 public school in the country for LGBTQ people. So it's a lot more accepting environment here. And I'm also have much easier access to gender-affirming care. I don't have to, cross state lines every time I need a doctor's appointment. I don't have to worry about, being criminalized, my parents being taken away from my parents because I'm accessing care. It's a lot more safe here, and I feel a lot more not only accepted, but also having the ability to thrive as myself and live aside from fighting for my identity. I still feel a little worried anywhere in this country with Trump as president. Just a few days ago, he released a document listing a whole bunch of domestic terror groups, and one of the administration's top priorities was to go against left-wing extremism, transgender groups, and that is really not what this administration should be prioritizing. And it makes me, wonder: is there, going to be surveillance on me? The state of Tennessee just passed a registry of all the trans people that live in the state of Tennessee. Am I unsafe? Is there going to be career opportunities for me after college? These are the things I worry about. So it might not even be a question of, I'm an accepting state of Maryland, but is the United States accepting for me anymore? That's a question I might have to face in the future. And that's a little worrying.
I see.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.